Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse at Coon Rapids High School. For tonight's Northwest Suburban Conference matchup, featuring the visiting Elk River Elks and your Coon Rapids Cardinals. At this time, we ask that you all rise, remove headwear, and face the flag near the main scoreboard as we honor America and those who protect and defend our freedoms, both at home and abroad, with the playing of our national anthem.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse for CTN's live coverage of the first ever boys high school varsity match for the Coon Rapids Cardinals as they host the Elk River Elks. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro sidelines for an historic event.
Most definitely, Joe. This is definitely a historic event, and I'm so glad we're a part of it. An opportunity for the first time ever of boys volleyball being a sanctioned sport in the high school league. So this will be a lot of fun, and this is an interesting team. When you look over at Elk River, they have a little bit of height. The Cardinals don't have a lot of height, but they have a lot of vertical. So it's going to be interesting to see which team can win out here today.
Well, and on both sides, everyone feeling like a winner because they are able to go out as varsity athletes for the first time. The motion passed the Minnesota State High School League's board a little less than 2 years ago, and it has all been built up to this moment. Talana Rudzidits taking over as the coach for the Coon Rapids program, has a different sister on the sidelines with her for the boys team, Tezra Rudzidits, just to her right there sitting down. Sustained an injury in practice this morning. Tezra currently a D1 player with St. Thomas.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I know they had the Gophers on the schedule coming up, but she's going to be out for a little bit. But they are definitely a volleyball family. There's no question about that. And it's they bring that enthusiasm and that skill level here to the boys here at the high school level.
And the wealth of knowledge as well. Missy Wollenberg, the first varsity coach for Elk River.
Yeah, she was the JV coach last season and an opportunity to be the head coach here this season. She's pretty excited. She's really proud of her guys. Said that they've been practicing really well. She said, she made the statement to me that they're gonna leave big marks in this conference this year.
Well, and that is really, again, such a build-up to get to this point, and it took a long time. The motion to make it a sanctioned sport had failed a number of times, and it was really a grassroots effort from the entire volleyball community in the state of Minnesota, coaches, players, parents, that finally pushed enough to get it added to the varsity roster here in the spring of 2025. We had an opportunity to do a match last year when they were still technically a club squad, and fun atmosphere and you know, a little more pace, a little more speed, a little more power than what we see from the volleyballers in the fall.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun team, this Coon Rapids squad. Like we mentioned, they don't have a lot of height, but they have some athleticism. I was watching Griffin Garbo in warm-ups just pound him to the floor. So they have some guys, even though they only have a couple of guys who are 6 feet, they have some guys who can get up and produce at the net. Their biggest concern, Joe, and I had a chance to watch the preview that we're going to do tomorrow night, is block. The blocks will be their toughest challenge, I think, because of the lack of the height.
Yeah, there's not a lot of height.
Nope.
But
a lot of heart.
Heart over height.
Absolutely.
You know I'm a fan of that motto.
I can see a T-shirt being made right now. Heart over height. Sierra Volleyball. But this Elk River team, they do have some height. They've got a couple of nice size athletes up front.
Yeah, Ryan Mahalik and Lucas Vingy look like they, in other seasons, may play a little football, a little basketball.
Well, Coach Wallenberg told me that Mahalik, he doesn't come off the court.
Wallenberg will serve it up, and we are underway, picked up by the libero, Kavanaugh. The attack is good for Julian Vang, and Coon Rapids on the board first.
Yeah, Vang found that far corner. Again, just put it where it needed to be. You saw the height there at the front line for Elk River, but he was able to get it over top.
In the game, guards number 10, Ryan Mo Ullman.
Ryan Mo Ullman will check in. Battling it through the block is Mahalik, and that evens the score at 1.
You can see it, just a lot of power on that. Off the Cardinal player, not able to recoup.
And Mahalik takes over at the free throw line. Service line.
Well, we just came off basketball season, I understand.
Attack for the kill this time by Vingy, and Elk River has its first lead.
Yeah, if we're going to see Elk River, I think the strength of their game is going to be up front here with their size, and they know that they may be able to try and take advantage of Coon Rapids' lack of size.
Mahalik bounces it off the tape, picked up by Vang. The attack by Garbo. Mahalik is there. Long set. Played across. Vang keeps it up and then plays it over. Attack by Vingy. Garbo digs it out. Yang gets it over the block attempt, and this one out of play, and Cardinal point.
You know, expectations are interesting for both coaches. What to expect from their squad coming in. I know they had a scrimmage on Saturday, Joe, and Coach Penzita said it went very well for the guys.
Ben Yang checks in, takes over at the service line. It's a lefty. Picked up by Fatherat. The attack by Mahalik. Cardinals able to pick it up. Set it up for Vang again, looking for that corner. Did he find it? No, he did not. And the side out back to Elk River.
Well, again, I like the thought. You know, they tried more of placing that ball in that back corner. Just couldn't find it. We're going to see it on the replay again, just trying to find that spot, but a little too far outside.
Price serves for Elk River. Vang plays it across. Fatherat looking for the hole. Diving save by Ben Yang. Julian Yang on the attack. It's a huge stuff block for Vingy. And Elk River has the first 2-point lead of the game. Should say of the set.
Yes, you know, and a tough one for Julian. He just pretty much had to make sure he got it back over the net.
Yang thought it was going long, ducked out of the way, it catches the line. That's a service ace for Price, a 5-2 lead for Elk River.
He was just able to find that back edge.
Diving save by Lucas Yang, plays it straight over. In the middle, banging it through the block this time is Ryan Moas. Oh, he didn't get it over the net.
Nope, he did not.
That's my bad. Garbo from the back line and diving attempt by Mahalik, but can't keep it aloft. And Coon Rapids does get the side out, but trail 6-3.
Yeah, but good point for the Cardinals. They didn't want to go on too big a run here. 4 straight before that for Elk River.
Not quite the angle that Vinci looking for that time.
The Cards looking to keep this one close.
Bang back at the service line. Vinci had to wait on it. Didn't have the angle he needed. It's a 1-point deficit for the Cardinals here in set 1.
Yeah, Vinci was another one that called out by Coach Wallenberg. It's a great contributor for the Elks this season. Always count on him.
Zhang to serve again. This one's wide.
In the game for the Elks, number 1, Evan Stoltman. Serving for the Elks, number 5, Lucas Vinci.
That one got in on Kavanaugh and be a service ace for Vinci.
Yeah, tough one to return there. Just got in too close, as you mentioned.
Now Vinci puts too much on it. Cardinals will take the serve back, down 8-6.
In the game, card number 6, Juana Secho.
Juana Secho in for the first time. He will head to the service line. Mahalik, high pass, Vinci near the net, pushed back across by Lucas Yang. Garbo passes it over. Quick set in the middle, the attack is good for Gavin Ilias.
Yeah, nice spot by him too, because he saw that defense a little bit more towards the middle, and he was able to get it out to the edge for the point.
Number 10, Ryan Moholman. Serving for the Elks, number 21, Darren Polderat.
Darren Polderat at the service line. Up 9-6 are the Elks here in the first set. Picked up by Kavanaugh. Garbo on the attack, and he will get the kill. Polderat got there, but that's a lot of speed to try to dig out.
I know he plays a lot of volleyball, and I was watching this in warm-ups, and he was hitting them like this consistently.
Lucas Yang serving. Mahalik on the attack. He gets the side out right back for Elk River.
Serving for the Elks, number 20, Kevin Ilias.
Garbo fires just wide. Definitely changes what they can do when he's playing on the front row.
Yes, absolutely.
Sets it across this time for Hyatt. That one took Vinci by surprise a bit. And Vinci places it into the net. Cardinal point.
Yeah, again, tried on that particular one to save it, but
Serving for the Cardinals, number 4,
kind of mishit
Garbo.
and pushed it into the net.
Garbo at the service line. Mahalik a diving save off the tape at the top of the net. Long pass across, too far for Hyatt into the umpire's perch. And the service passed right back to the Elks.
The Elks number 3, Jameson Wallenberg. Wallenberg back to
Wallenberg checks in, heads to the service line. His team up 12-8. Right at the midway spot of set one. Quick set in the middle for the attack, but they were ready for it. Bang's attack picked up as well. Here's Mahalik hammering it. It's stuffed by Ben Yang, and Coon Rapids gets the side out.
Oh, exactly what the Cardinals needed at the net, an opportunity to get a point that way. You can see the strong net play.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Lengzing Yang.
Went off the top of the net, and Lang was able to get a piece of it, put it back over.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 26, Josh Kavanaugh.
There's Lengzing, there's Ben Yang, and there's Lucas Yang. And that is a very quick point from Mahalik on the right side.
Yeah, he's got pretty good vertical, and he's able to take advantage of that fact, and with a lot of power on it.
He's a big, tall kid.
Yep.
He's obviously got some size to him as well, and
That's
well above the net.
Yeah, that's how you pound it to the floor.
Mahalik at the service line. And he puts it into the net. He's got to keep an eye on the Cardinal Fight Song banner and make sure he doesn't throw his service up into it.
Number 9, Ben Yang.
First time he went to the service line, I thought he was being a little overly cautious, but he definitely throws it as high as that banner hangs, and then some. In the middle is stuff for Bogarat, and a 5-point lead now for Elk River.
Yeah, just good play at the net for Elk River. We saw that the last couple of times, a couple of big points to build this lead, 4-point lead.
Jackson Price serving for the Elks, sends it long.
Well, Cardinals just have to keep it within this range and try and go on a run of their own if possible.
Julian Vang at the service line.
You can close the gap quickly in volleyball.
Price caught that up in the chops. A double touch as they attempted to recover from the serve receive. Certainly not clean for Jackson Price.
No.
Mahalik reaches back one-handed. Vinci fires long.
Yeah, that wasn't long by much, but he was going for that back corner.
Coon Rapids back within a point. Banks serve picked up by Mahalik. Vinci on the attack, tried to take a little something off it. And it fooled the Cardinal defense. Able to drop it right in front of Mo Ullman.
Well, Cardinals able to get 3 points in that span.
And, you know, neither team, 4 points, the biggest lead for Elk River. Coon Rapids' only lead of this first set was at 1-0. Seychow at the service line. Pushed over by Podorat. Far side, Garbo hammers it. Mahalik.
Yeah, there's a lot of velocity on that one.
did his best to absorb it, but
Timeout, Elks.
Elks going to call a timeout. We are tied at 15. Cardinals keeping this one close. Just a really nice kill right at Mahalik. You used to have hops like that, didn't you?
no.
No, not quite that.
No.
Well, these guys have proved that you don't have to be 6 feet tall to have pretty good hops.
That's true, but Griffin is 6 foot.
No, I know the Griffin is. I know Griffin is.
He's done the most damage for Coon Rapids early on, obviously. And I'm surprised with a sport like volleyball, you don't list heights, but Mahalik's, I would guess it's hard to judge because you don't know how tall anybody is around him, but
right.
I would guess 6'2". Vinji maybe 6'3", 6'4". They're both in that range somewhere. I have to look up to both, as I have to look up to Griffin Garbo. He's 6'1", not much more than that.
No.
That's about all the height you see. Mo Ullman and Josh Hyatt.
They have a little bit of height.
A couple other guys that break the 6 foot barrier, but back off the side of the hands for Evan Stoltman, and Coon Rapids has a lead at 16-15. Always love to score the first point out of your opponent's timeout.
Absolutely.
Seichow continues to roll, picked up by Price. Pulled the rack, puts it across. Vang is there. Garbo took a little something off it, and he found the floor.
A little sneaky move. I loved it. They're expecting that high velocity kill, and he just pushed it over the top of the net and found the spot on the court for the point. Nope, not going to do it.
Mahalik again diving for it, and mistimed, but played over by Ilias. Vang got some power on it, partially blocked. The Elks can't scoop it up. Julian Vang from midcourt.
Well, I was listening to the interviews, and one thing Griffin says that these guys are good friends on and off the court. They hang out together and they build a lot of chemistry. I know you love that word. It was used a lot in that interview package.
Pushed over by Polderat. Quick set by Yang, and that caught him napping. It's a 4-point Coon Rapids lead. 6 unanswered points, the longest run for either team in this first set. Oh, skips across the top of the tape. Polderat plays it right back across. Garbo hammers another one.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of mixing it up, and again getting it to Griffin, who's doing a good job of also mixing it up.
Juana Seichow, another serve. Mahalik is underneath it. Polderat got it across, and that pass, just no one there to receive. And the run ends for the home team.
Yeah, nice little run for the Cardinals, though. They get that 4-point lead now going into the end of this, towards the end of this first set.
Polderat's serve is way long.
Well, the Cards definitely will take that. They get that 21st point and service back with a 5-point lead.
In the game, Cards number 12, Josh Hyatt.
Lucas Yang, one of the team's captains. Really enjoyed talking to all the guys, but Lucas was quite amusing.
Yeah, they all did a really great job.
They did. Julian Vang plays it across. Here's the attack for Mahalik. And a big side out for Elk River late here in set number 1.
Yeah, most times he's going to get that point to the floor.
In the game, the Elks number 0, Vinny Stenley. Serving for the Elks number 20, Gavin Ilias.
Ilias serving for Elk River. Too much on it. And that's twice in a row that
back to back.
Service errors for Elks have given Coon Rapids that service right back up by 5 and trying to close it out. Now just 3 points away. Garbo's serve handled by Mahalik. He'll attack as well. Kavanaugh picked it up. Garbo from midcourt. Another kill for the Cardinals junior captain.
Yeah, just doing a great job of controlling this game. Really nice first service as well.
Up 23-17 after trailing most of the first set. Mahalik attacking, it's blocked. Seychell was there, diving, saved by Garbo. Vang on the attack, and he's gonna get the kill. It'll be set point for the home squad.
Well, early on I'd say early on in this match, Elk River looked like they were gonna maybe have the possibility of running that score up, but give credit to the Cardinals. They did a really good job of getting back into this one and 1 point away from the first set win.
Timeout for Coach Misty Wallenberg, and the Elks try to break the Cardinals' streak, keep themselves alive here in the first set. Yeah, nobody able to really get any rhythm in this opening set, but Elk River playing with the lead the majority of the way. And then Coon Rapids, the 7-point streak to take the lead.
Watch Griffin calling for the ball. And then the elevation and the kill. Nice set there.
Yeah, number 4 on each side of the net.
Yeah, awfully good.
Has certainly been the difference maker. Mahalik has been impressive after receiving that. At the start of that point, he received the serve and then came out, had a strong attack, but Coon Rapids defensively played him well. And now here they are with a handful of set points in their pocket, up 24-17. First set of the first match in varsity history. Mahalik again receives, attacks. Cardinals got a good piece of it. The attack from Hyatt is repelled. Bang on the other side. Puts it into the net. And the Elks are still alive, 24-18.
You don't get to yell across that that ball's in when it's on the other side. That's unsporting conduct. I should give you a red card, but since it's the first night, I'm only going to give you a yellow.
All right, yes, sir.
Well, it's nice that it was right in our microphone.
Yeah,
we know
got the
exactly
explanation.
What that was
Troush.
about.
That's Troush is the man, Brian Troush. Good job getting our mic right there.
Well, that seems to have broken everybody's rhythm.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to the service line.
The red card. So no, it's not game. But next time it will be. And let's hope there's not a next time.
Fair warning from our official.
In the game for the Elks, number 3, Jamison Wallenberg. Wallenberg back to serve.
Definitely broke anybody's momentum for sure.
Well, in Coon Rapids, that one ducked away from, but found the back line. It'll be an ace for Jamison Wollenberg. And again, keeping Elk River alive, 24-19.
Yeah, you got to be so concerned there. I mean, you probably err on the side of playing that ball, but it's easy for me to say. I'm sitting here.
Well, and if it goes out, that's your set. The attack by Hyatt, thrown right back across by Vinji. Yang just couldn't handle the pass cleanly.
A tough time for the Cardinals getting that last point. Odds are in their favor, quite obviously, but they still have to get it.
Kavanaugh picks it up. The attack from Garbo, and they encroached on the net anyway, so. Oh, I thought they. 24-21. Bang, attacking, huge stuff by Vinci.
Elks definitely have life now. They're just trailing by 2. Good net play there on the block.
Garbo for midcourt, but it was carried. And it's a 1-point game. It's still set point for Coon Rapids, but you know, after breaking their streak and then the talking to by the official, all of a sudden the biggest streak of the set for Elk River. And they're on the verge of tying it up and forcing it to extra points. Garbo trying to keep that from happening. Picked up by Price. The attack by Mahalik. Kavanaugh is there. Garbo again. This one is over. And the Cardinals take set 1, 25-23.
Boy, that was fun. I mean, just again, give credit to the Elks. They fought their way back into that one, Joe.
Absolutely did, but on the final point, Griffin Garbo not to be denied. Cardinals take the first set. We'll be back for set 2 right after this on CTN.
Did you know major recreational equipment like RVs, campers, converted buses, and boats are allowed on residential property in Coon Rapids? But you are limited to 2 items that must be registered and operable. And any vehicle parked at a home for more than 12 hours must not exceed a certain size. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Good crowd on hand for the first ever varsity boys volleyball contest in the program history for either of these 2 teams. I don't know if other teams have played before tonight. They were allowed to start as early as Thursday last week. According to the Minnesota State High School League's website, there are 89 teams competing in year 1 of boys varsity volleyball.
Yeah.
And that first set, what a thriller.
It was a thrill, and I think you're going to continue to see this sport grow exponentially, and I think throughout the year as people get to look at the teams and come and watch, what the Cardinals can do. I think this gym's going to be packed. At least my hope, anyway.
Well, and it will be interesting to see. We talk about, there's not a lot of hype for the Cardinals, but that could change as they continue to recruit from other sports, bring in other athletes, and as it becomes a sport you know, a varsity sport will typically lead to more interest at the younger levels. So boys will start playing from an earlier age, and this sport will just get bigger, stronger, faster.
Well, yeah, absolutely. The young kids coming and watching these guys play and say, you know, I want to be that guy. I don't want to work hard, and I want to be on that varsity volleyball squad. And I think it's a great dream for a lot of young men and, of course, a lot of young women as well.
My cousin's husband was a volleyball player in high school.
You don't say.
In Wisconsin, they have that. In Wisconsin,
right.
they also have men's gymnastics or boys'
good
gymnastics as a high school sport.
They have
in Wisconsin.
good cheese too.
They do. They're rather known for their cheese.
Exactly. Some really good cheese.
But my point was, just across the border, boys' high school volleyball has been a thing for quite some time. Cardinals winning the battle at the net on point number 1. And they will start the second set with the first point as they did the first. Mahalik had to reach back for that one, plays it out on the far side.
Yeah, it wasn't what the kind of hit he wanted. Cardinals take a 2-0 lead.
Lucas Yang at the service line.
Gets quiet in here.
Price had that one right up on him. A diving attempt by Ponderat, but out of bounds, and the Cardinals. A little stretch run to start set number 2. Mahalik attacking, and he fires it long.
And
Cardinal run continues.
We didn't see a lot of that, Mahalik putting it long in that first set. They do a nice job of setting him up, and he gets a lot of power on it.
Just get that one off the tape and over. This one pushed back across, and Coon Rapids carried it.
Wallenberg back to serve.
Jamison Wallenberg checks in, takes over at the service line for Elk River. Yeah, the first set was interesting because Elks led almost the entire way until the Cardinals went on the one long run for either team to that point. Jumped up big, and then on the verge of winning, the Elks fired back with a long run of their own.
Well, they were fortunate they had the lead that they did.
The 7-point lead just turned out to be just enough.
Exactly.
That set did not go where they wanted it.
Nope.
4-3. Well, it'd be interesting. I was wondering because we didn't see really any rhythm through most of that first set either.
Nope.
If we might see more of it as the match continues, because certainly both teams, the fact that this is the first ever varsity match has not escaped them.
No, they were a little tight in that first set. Absolutely.
So we'll see if the nerves settle in and if we see things gain some rhythm. But we also, I think, see two teams that are relatively evenly matched.
I totally agree.
You got a couple of bigger guys on the outside, and they have been trying to feed them on their attacks. And while Garbo has done the majority of the attacking, we've also seen Julian Vang be quite effective despite not being the tallest kid out there. And that one was miscommunicated at the net.
And you had mentioned we're gonna watch the vertical on his throw because you had mentioned it earlier.
The timing.
Yeah, he gets it up there.
Garbo picks it up off the top of the net. There's Vang on the attack. Boy, great effort for Wallenberg on the far side, but a kill for Vang, and Coon Rapids back in front.
Yeah, I think whoever wins this one, I think it's gonna be back and forth the entire evening.
For the Cardinals, number 26, Josh Kavanaugh.
Vinci puts it across, didn't have the timing quite right. Attack by Hyatt is denied.
Yeah, just a little missed time on his jump.
Serving for the Elks, number 8, Jackson Price.
Price serving in a tie match, 6-6 here in set number 2, and Vang can't get that one over. Elks their first lead of set number 2.
Well, the Cardinals able to jump out to a little bit of lead early on, and this game is a lot of time a game of runs and a lot of time close scores.
Hyatt on the attack. Firing it long again is Mahalik. This time attacking in the middle. We're tied at 7.
In the game, Cardinals, number 9, Ben Yang. Yang back to serve.
Ben Yang checks in, heads to the service line. We're tied at 7. Here in set number 2, Coon Rapids come from behind, 25-23 win in the first set. Here's Vinci attacking for Elk River. That's wide.
Hey Joe, what
Yes.
uniform number does Ben Yang wear?
Last I checked, he was wearing number 9.
Number 9.
And if he can win this point for the Cardinals, it will be point
Number 9.
number 9. The Elks say hold on just a moment. Good quick set in the middle for Gavin Ilias to knot us back up at 8 apiece.
In the game, for the Elks, number 6,
If we're up to Joel Sipper, our producer, they would eliminate the number 9 from the numeric system.
Well, whoever scores the next point, it will be point number 9.
It will be.
8-8, Garbo elevates. Mahalik is there. Pothorat pushes it across. Kavanaugh picks it up. Vang pushes it across, and that one falls just wide. A wise decision to not touch. I don't know if that was Vinci over there watching it go out of bounds, but now Vinci's service is too long, 9-all. So it is number 9 to number 9.
It is number 9.
There it is.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 1, Julian Vang.
Julian Vang, a little equipment adjustment as he tightens the laces before heading to the service line. Mahalik receives, quick set in the middle again, and the attack from Ilias, not as much on it. This one pushed open over by Ryan Moolman.
And again,
It's Coon Rapids back in front 10-9.
you don't always need power. Sometimes you just need placement.
And the quick set from Yang. Botherad just kind of bumps it over. Yang tried to find the hole in the defense, diving save by Price. Set for Garbo, he mistimed the jump. This one pushed over. Kavanaugh, and quickly over by Mo Olman. Mahalik from midcourt. Diving save by Yang, hammered back by Gavin Ilias. And they possibly the longest rally point we've seen of the night so far ends in favor of Elk River.
Yeah, and that's a tough put back there. I mean, he was able to dive where that was a phenomenal save, a couple of nice saves, and then this one just a little, not enough on it, allowed Elk River to get the kill.
set for Garbo and side out Cardinals. Juana Seychow is going to check in. He is, I think he was at the service line when they went on the long run in set number 1.
I think you might be right. The officials say take the necklace off.
So it should be Y-U-D.
There we go.
Unnecessary delay. And the score was 11.
I thought those rules had ceased to exist against jewelry and during competition. It was always a thing when I was playing, but that was 100 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh, another.
And our jewelry back in my day was made out of coal.
Big kill from Ryan Mahalik.
Remember those big beads that Wilma Flintstone wore? That's what we wore.
In the game, card number 10, Ryan Mo Ullman.
Ilias will take over at the service line. We're tied at 11 now. Much the way that we saw the pace in the first set, back and forth. Big block at the line that time for Vinny Stenlake.
Yeah, that's a big one. Especially off that high-speed kill from, or kill attempt anyway from Griffin.
One passed right back across. Mahalik picks it up. He'll attack from the left side. And that one blocked, but not kept on the right side of the net. Hammered through the block, and it's a dangerous game up there near the net. Balls are flying around fast.
You gotta be careful.
Sometimes you keep your eye on the ball a little too closely.
And the ball hits you on the eye.
Cardinals take the timeout. Did not have a timeout taken in the first set.
Nope. There we go.
Midway through set number 2.
Puppet abuse.
Coon Rapids trying to battle back. Up 1 set to none.
Yeah, it's been a very entertaining match so far. Cardinals won a close one in the first, and Elk River trying to even it up here in the second.
Ilias returns to the service line. Elks up 13-11. Picked up by Kavanaugh.
There's another miscommunication that the front line for Coon Rapids gives Elk River a 3-point lead.
Vang picks it up near the back line. Garbo had to hang for it. Elk's able to put it back across. Vinci went down low to keep it airborne, and Garbo another power kill from that left side.
Yeah, and the Cardinals definitely needed a point as it cuts the lead to 2 and gets them to service.
In the game, Cardinals number 12, Josh Hyatt.
Josh Hyatt back in.
Number 19,
Another look at
Lucas
Garbo finding a hole in the defense. Lucas Yang on the serve. Mahalik attacking from their left side. Hammers it off the top of the net and to the floor.
In the game for the Elks, number 3, James
Elks'
Wallenberg.
largest lead in set number 1 was 4 points, and it came right about this spot. And that's when Coon Rapids went on the run.
And there's the little miscommunication again. We've seen a little bit of it tonight, and as we kind of go back to, this is the first
Kavanaugh
match of the
just kind of
season.
got stuck in between. That one maybe it would have gone. Kavanaugh able to pick that one up, and no one there to receive the pass. A 5-point lead now for Elk River, up 17-12. Wallenberg serves up another ace.
Well, Jameson is the son of Coach Misty Wallenberg, and he's just a 7th grader.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Picked up by Vang, the attack by Garbo. That one up into the speakers, but the Elks keep it alive. A battle at the line, kept alive by Stenlake. Attacking Garbo. Mahalik keeps it up. Wallenberg plays it across. Vang is there. Hyatt, a diving save by Wallenberg. Mahalik pushes it across. Good volley going. Garbo attacking, got it through the block for the kill.
Well, that stops the run by Elk River. Beautiful play by Garbo as he's able to get the point and service now for him.
Kind of a fadeaway kill for Garbo on the right side. He goes to the service line and picks up an ace. Found the hole in the defense.
Cardinals looking to go on that roll.
Back-to-back aces. Oh,
Just
that
out.
spun just wide. I thought it might have caught the line.
I think just out. I like the thought, though, kind of catch him off guard a little bit. See if he can hit that line.
Now Ryan Mahalik will serve for Elk River. And he will.
That was it.
Right to the back line.
Yep, that was a nice, that was a pretty serve.
Garbo picks it up. Bang on the attack, sends it long. And now another timeout, Coon Rapids.
Yep. 21-15 lead for Elk River. They did a nice job of building this lead up, and obviously they need this set, having the Cardinals having taken the first. That young man, as Coach said, never comes off the court. It's an opportunity to get a little breather here in a timeout, in a Cardinal timeout, get a little fluid. Make sure you stay hydrated. I think that was pickle juice. Because we all know how good that is for you to stay hydrated.
Yeah, I'm going to go with probably not pickle juice.
You don't think?
Probably not.
I mean, you don't swig pickle juice and say, this is the greatest thing I've ever had. But it definitely works.
Cardinals trying to slow the roll of the Elk River Elks have stormed to a 21-15 lead here in the second set, trying to even things up. This is the first ever varsity boys volleyball contest for either school.
And it's been a good one.
Skipped off the tape. Garbo picks it up. The attack by Wyatt. Wallenberg. High pass, middle of the court. Attacking is Mahalik. Kavanaugh is there. Garbo hammers it.
With precision. Again, look at the vertical. It does a really nice job of getting up and then finds that spot on the floor.
Serving the Cubs, number 26, Josh Kavanaugh.
Josh Kavanaugh to serve. And he sends it long.
That's a tough one.
Well, we saw that happen to the Elks a couple of times, and again, in about the exact same position in that first set. Serve handcuffed Lucas Vang, or Julian Vang. And now the Elks just 2 points away from evening it at 1 set apiece. Price serves, Kavanaugh receives.
They're getting a little
more miscommunication.
Yep. We're seeing that a little bit from really from both sides, but a little bit more from the Cardinals maybe, especially in the second set.
So now it's Elk River that gets set point with a handful of mistakes on their side. Hyatt's attack, a diving save by Wollenberg, a huge block at the net for the Cardinals. Vinci punches it over, and that caught Hyatt up high on the chest, falls to the floor, and we are even as Elk River wins 25-16. We will take a break. We're playing at least 4, set 3 right after this on CTN.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handicaps and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So sports nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And sports nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Back at the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse, the Elk River Elks bounce back with a solid effort in set number 2. Good battle back and forth through the first half of the set, and then Elks put together a couple of nice strings that allowed them to pull away and win relatively comfortably at 25-16.
Yeah, and the way they came back in that first set, they could have easily be up 2-0 at this point. But Cardinals were able to make sure that didn't happen in the first, but now they're going to need to regroup after dropping that second set.
So who can get the roll here in the third set and give themselves a huge advantage?
Yes.
Moving forward. Again, just a momentous occasion. This is the first ever boys volleyball varsity match.
Yeah, and again, we're treated to a pretty good one. Easy for me to say, but treated to a pretty good one so far. But yeah, you're right. This is an important set for both squads. You want to get that 2-1 advantage.
Serving for the Elks, number 3,
Jamison Wallenberg will start at the service line for Elk River, and set number 3 is underway. Not the cleanest receive, but Garbo gets the Cardinals the first points. They have had the first point in all 3 sets so far.
We've seen a lot of that from Griffin Garbo this evening. Just superior net play.
Josh Kavanaugh heads to the service line. Attack in the middle from Stenlake, picked up by Garbo. No option but to pass this one across. Mahalik attacking from the right side this time, and too long. Cardinal point.
Oh, we saw the Cardinals jump to a quick lead in that second set, but not able to hold on to it and expand upon it.
Mahalik finishes it this time. Gets the side out for Elk River and heads to the service line.
Serving for the Elks, number 4, Ryan Mahalik.
He has certainly had a strong outing tonight.
Yeah,
look at it, obviously the sport kind of in its infancy, but any sport you look at when you have a player that really carries the load for a team, and you look at these two tonight, you certainly hope that no high school athlete ever has to deal with an injury and miss any part of their high school sports experience. However, these things do happen.
They do.
And these two teams, just based on what I've seen tonight, would be in big trouble if their number 4 were not in the lineup.
I totally agree with you.
Mahalik hammers it, and he's got an ace. Elk River has its first lead here in set number 3.
Yeah, he's a force pretty much. That's why he doesn't come off the court. He's a force whether he's serving it or playing up front. We've seen him make a couple of nice saves.
Well, and the timing it requires with how high he throws on his serve, the timing it requires it, and how often or how rarely to this point we've seen him have service errors is really quite impressive. Ben Yang serving for Coon Rapids, picked up by Price. Long set for Podorak, picked up by Seichow, played across by Yang. Set goes to Podorak, partially blocked, but he'll get the kill. Elk River back in front.
Yeah, Cardinals trying to go for that block, and they do get a tip on it.
So, the Elks, number 8, Jackson Price.
Garbo picks up the serve. Punched across by Seichow, and now Yang finds a hole in the defense, gets the point, 4-4.
Yang just doing a nice job of seeing if I can just get a little touch over the net towards that side of the court. A good chance to get a point, and he did.
Mahalik near the back line. Vinci on the attack. Big block from Garbo and Mo Ullman, and then a carry on the Elk side. Cardinal point. They have the lead, 5-4. Sage out serve, picked up. Vinci attacking right side. Cardinals get a piece. They will reset. Kavanaugh passes it across. Vinci attacks, great save by Yang, but then played to the net, and Ilias sends it back.
Well, not a lot. Great save there. Not a lot on this return here, and allow the Elks to get up there and block for the point.
Yeah, both Vinci and Ilias were there. Couldn't get it over the top. It's 5-5. Vinci serves for Elk River. Garbo attacks and sends it well wide.
He doesn't miss too many of those.
Lucas plays it across. Mahalik in the middle. Great save by Julian. And Lucas just couldn't quite get that one cleanly. Mo Ullman punches it across. Diving save by Price. Podorat plays it over. Garbo on the attack, sends it wide. Trying to go cross court, put too much angle on it.
No, they gave the point to the Cardinals. Let's take another look at that. I can.
Cardinals number 7, Matthew Hurd. 7 for Cardinals number 1.
Well, I looked at the flag, and I think the flag girl was overruled by the official on that kill for Garbo. Attack by Stoltman. Cardinals have to scramble, but able to pass it back across. Mahalik had to wait for it, just passes it over. Garbo hammers it through the block. Price picks it up. Here's Podorat. Cardinals able to get it back across. Mahalik attacking. He sends it long. And we're tied at 7.
That was a nice point for the Cardinals. Did a really good job, a save there, and an opportunity to stay in that point, and then Mahalik putting it a little bit long.
Stoltman denied at the net by Yang. Garbo attacking. He's got another one.
Nope.
No.
That's Elk River.
I'm not very good at ruling on the lines either. Don't rely on me.
Yeah, it's just out. Well, the flag girl kind of looked at the officials like, I didn't know what that was. I couldn't tell.
Good call by the Cardinals at the back line, letting that one go long, getting the side out. They serve with the score tied 8-8.
Serving for the Cardinals number 19, Lucas Yang.
Diving save, punched over into the back corner by Gavin Ilias.
Almost
sometimes
disaster.
even when things aren't going well, they work themselves out.
They certainly do. In that case,
that's not how they drew it up.
No. Not much the Cardinals are going to be able to even do about that.
Ilias plays it into the net. And much like sets 1 and 2, It's been back and forth, staying tight through the first half. And now as we near the midway point here in set 3, will we see one of these two teams get on a streak and start to pull away?
Obviously, both coaches would like to see that happen.
As long as it's for their team.
Well, yeah, of course.
Jamison Wallenberg checks in, and he heads to the service line. Hyatt denied at the net. Garbo from mid-court. Blocked in the middle by Vinny Stenlake.
Just look at the timing. They had 3 guys right there at the front. Try and get a hand on that.
Tried to set up Seychell on the left side, played into the net. It's a 3-point lead once more for the Elk River Elks, 12-9. Diving save by Kavanaugh, back set, blocked at the net, but this time out of bounds. And the Cardinals get the service back down 12-10.
Well, they needed that point quite obviously. I mean, still a little ways to go, but you don't want to fall down 2-1.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 26, Josh Kavanaugh.
So let them know that next time we have to get
Mahalik attacking right side, and he finishes.
He's pretty strong at the net. It's tough. When he's set up correctly, it's tough for him not to get that point. Just great timing, great set to start.
Great spin, put it right in that back corner. Another ace for Ryan Mahalik, a 4-point lead for Elk River.
In the game, Cardinals number 1,
Julian Vang checks back in for Coon Rapids. Mahalik returns to the service line for the Elks. Puts a lot of power on it. Garbo from midcourt puts plenty of power on that one going back.
Yep, that's how you get that service back. Cardinals know who to go to in that situation. Garbo with a lot of power on that.
In the game, Cardinals number 9, Ben Yang.
When he attacks from that midcourt line, a little harder to defend. You don't know where to put that wall. They had a couple of guys there, but he played around them. Pull the rat, gets it right back.
Guards number 6, Juana Seychell. Serving for the Elks, number 8, Jackson Price.
Went up maybe a little too quick.
Garbo just forced to play it across. Vinci attacking, sends it wide.
Makes it a 3-point lead for Elk River.
Serving for the Cardinals number 6, Juana Seychell.
Juana Seychell at the service line. Mahalik picks it up. Attack is sent long by Ilias. This was the point in set 1 when Coon Rapids reeled off 7 unanswered. They were able to hang on for that 25-23 win. That was just some poor timing at the net. Garbo makes them pay. And Coon Rapids back within a point.
We talk about it all the time. Volleyball can and is a lot of the time a game of runs.
Mahalik able to push that one over. Garbo attacking, and he's got another kill. We're tied at 15. Coon Rapids takes the lead. Elk River takes the timeout.
Well, they want to talk about, Coach Wallenberg wants to talk about things after relinquishing the lead. Well, momentum now on the Cardinals side here with that 1 point lead at 16-15.
If there was ever any question, who has the biggest mouth?
Yeah, that would be you.
It has. That question has been answered.
Red was honored to got a signed ball, got a t-shirt as the #1 fan, and certainly he is no question
No
#1
question.
fan.
And not at all surprising to see him here for the inaugural contest. Vinci attacking from the right side. Cardinals with a net violation. 16 all. So that is the first time in the first 3 sets that the first timeout, the first point out of the first timeout was won by the team that took it. Elks took 2 timeouts in set 1, lost out of the first one, won out of the second one. That was a late decision to get out of the way by Ben Yang, but it was the right one.
It was the right one.
And then the same exact thing happened with Coon Rapids in set 2.
What?
Oh, now they...
No, I thought it was out. Did it, did it touch him? It must have touched him. Because it looked out to me. That's a big turn.
Well, and then follow it with an ace.
See it again. I don't know. It had to have touched him because I thought it was out.
Mo Ullman attacks. It's blocked back out of bounds. Cardinals win the point, get the side out. 1 point deficit as they take over at the service line. 18-17.
In the game, Cardinals #7, Matthew Hurd. Hurd back to serve.
Matthew Hurd checks in and heads to the service line. Poderat just taps it over. Great diving save. Played over by Lenzing Yang. Big play at the net by Lenzing Yang. Lucas tried a quick turn at the net, but it was well defended.
Yeah, he just a little bit of a mishit on that. I like the thought, though.
In the game, Cardinals #10, Ryan Mo Ullman. Serving the Elks #21, Darren Poderat.
Just put it into the net, but you saw Gavin Ilias was right there. Darren Poderat at the service line. Elks up 2. Garbo was hanging there waiting for that one for a while. Mahalik on the attack. Garbo picks it up. They'll go back to him. Throws a little curveball, but Mahalik was ready for it. Another good volley going back and forth. Poderat carried it. Cardinal point.
A big point for the Cardinals. Gets them within one as we near the end of this third set.
Cardinals number 12, Josh Hyatt. Serving for the Cardinals number 19, Lucas Yang.
Poderat receives. Ilias attacks into the net. We're tied 19-all.
Point Cardinals.
Mahalik hammers it through a block and puts the Elks back in front, 2019.
Well, you touched on it earlier, Joe, the two very evenly matched squads, and you're seeing it here tonight.
Such a huge final 5 points here in the third set. Hyatt gets the kill on the left side. We're tied at 20.
Cardinals number 6.
Hyatt kind of got up there a little bit too early, had to hang in the air and wait, but able to play it down the line for the point. Get the side out. Griffin Garbo at the service line, tied at 20. First to 5, win by 2. And the team who's able to do that will have a huge advantage moving to the fourth set. Mahalik hammers it home.
Not much you can do against number 4 on the Elk River squad. When he gets that elevation at the net, 9 times out of 10, he's going to pound that to the floor.
In the game, the Elks number 3, Jamison Wallenberg.
Wallenberg
Back to serve.
comes in and heads to the service line. Garbo wins that ball right back for the home team, 21-all. First to 4, win by 2.
Yeah, nothing, no doubt about that one.
Kavanaugh's service picked up by Price. High pass goes off the rafters. Wallenberg not able to save it. Coon Rapids takes the lead late here in set number 3. Mahalik didn't get a lot on it. Yang is there. Garbo fires it over and has another kill.
That's a big point now, 23-21.
Back set, Mahalik hammers it. Garbo is there. Kavanaugh plays it across. They'll set it up for Vinci this time. Great save by Kavanaugh, diving with the one hand. Attack by Garbo, got through the block. They had the bodies there, but could not keep it on the Cardinal side of the net. And it will be set point. Coon Rapids up 24-21. Timeout, Elk River.
Yeah, take a little of that momentum away from Coon Rapids. Good call. I like the timeout here. Obviously, 1 point needed for the win and to take the 2-1 set advantage. But Coach Wallenberg is going to make the Cardinals think about this before they serve. It's been a fun one, Joe Yen.
Yeah, if you wanted a close, well-matched contest to start the season, you couldn't have asked for much more than this.
Definitely not.
Elks call a timeout, trying to break the Cardinal roll. Kavanaugh returns up 24-21. set in the middle. Cardinals ready for it. Picked up by Hyatt. Garbo fires long, and the Elks still have life.
He wanted to get that winning point. Just a little bit too much mustard on it.
Mahalik at the service line. Couple of aces in this third set already.
Another one there.
Chalked up another, and it's a 1-point deficit, and now Coon Rapids will call the timeout.
I mean, there you see the height on the throw and the velocity on that serve by that young man right there.
Two teams both in Section 8.
Yep.
10 teams in the section.
Yep.
A lot of the typical teams, Elk River, Anoka, Andover, but also Bemidji, St. Michael, Albertville.
Yeah, that's crazy.
St. Cloud Tech, I think.
Yep.
But just the start again, 89 teams in the state of Minnesota.
Love it.
In year one. Service picked up by Kavanaugh. The set to Garbo. Garbo's got it off the scoreboard.
Wow.
The Elks able to save it and keep it alive. Vinci plays it over. Vang tips it through the block, but tried to anyway. Vinci able to deny it. Cardinals arguing, officials looking at one another. And we've got a tie game, 24 all.
We do. I don't know what they were talking about here.
So now just win by 2. I don't know if the Cardinals were arguing that maybe Vinci got a piece of the net.
Yeah, I mean, I think in that situation, that's probably all that I would imagine they could argue about.
That's I'm sure what the question was. That's why it was pointed to the
Let's take another look,
official
Joe.
Up top, as that would be his call.
I don't know.
Very close.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
The ref says no. We play on. First to 2. First to lead by 2. 24 all. Mahalik hammers it. Another good pickup by Kavanaugh. Hyatt attacks. Wallenberg sends it right back across. Yang, quick set. Punched over by Mo Ullman. Griffin able to keep it up. Battle near the net, won by the Elks. A little bit of a scramble on both sides of the net. Garbo, diving save by Wallenberg. And a little miscommunication as both Vinci and Stemlake went for the ball and then held off. And the ball falls between them. Be set point Cardinals.
In the game, runners number 9, Ben Yang.
All right, comes down to this. If they can get that. If they can get this point, they'll take that 2-1 lead. All
Ben
important.
Yang checks in and heads to the service line. Bolderat had it. Vinci attacks. Yang is there. Garbo has the kill. The Cardinals have the 2-1 lead.
You give it to your leader in kills, and he comes through and gets that winning point, pushing the Cardinal lead to 2-1 here as we move to what could be a game-winning 4th set.
Well, the Cardinals hoping to clinch in the 4th. Elks trying to force it to a fifth and final. Set 4 next on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
Speaking of hot dogs.
Hot dog at the ball game.
I love hot dogs at the ball game.
Great atmosphere in the first ever boys varsity volleyball contest here at the field house, and fans have been treated to a doozy back and forth from the very first serve. Coon Rapids won a tight one, set 1, 25-23. Elks able to pull away a bit at the end of set 2, winning 25-16, and then Cardinals able to outlast in the third, 26-24. So here they are, hoping to close it out on their home court. Elks trying to force it to a fifth and final.
Coach
Cardinals seniors, I'm sorry.
I was going to say Coach Rositas has to be pretty happy about the way her squad has played here so far through 3.
Cardinals seniors, including captains Lucas Yang and Julian Vang, are part of the first ever club team when they were freshmen. And now as fourth-year seniors get to see it through to fruition as a varsity sport. Garbo bangs it through the block, and then the carry by the Elks ensures the Cardinal point, 1-all.
In the game for the Cardinals, number 6, Lana Secha. Serving for the Cardinals, number 4.
Garbo hits the service line.
Servicer, point Elks.
I know that's disappointing for him. I'm sure he works on service all the time.
Another service ace for Ryan Mahalik. Just right down
right,
the line.
Yeah, pretty serve there. Coach Wallenberg, I know, said to her guys, this is it, guys. We cannot afford to lose this one or we go home.
Servicer, point Cardinals.
Mahalik plays this one into the net. Again, service ace followed by a service error, but we have seen some pretty impressive service from that young man. I don't know how often or how common it is to see someone throw it that high, but the amount of timing that then requires just makes it, I would think, that much more difficult to get in the right spot, but also it's that much more difficult to defend.
Exactly.
Vinci, a kill from the right side, a 4-2 lead as Jackson Price heads to the service line. Kavanaugh is there. The set for Hyatt, high pass up off the speaker again. It's a couple of times we've seen in this match where the Elks have been able to play it off of obstacles.
Yeah, we played it off the
including
scoreboard.
The scoreboard.
Yep.
Service error for Price. Quite a few service errors to start here in the fourth set. Ben Yang comes in, and he will head to the service line for the Cardinals, down 2. And he's got the service ace right down the line.
Yeah, that's just one you have to make the call, and thought it was going out. Ben was able to keep it in.
Good spin and side right on the line. Mahalik lunges to keep that one alive. Vinci plays it over. Set in the middle. Mo Ullman is denied. Cardinals recover. Seychell plays it across. Botherat blocked by Mo Ullman. A diving save by Mahalik, but the Elks are not going to be able to get it back across.
It's a great block up front by the Cardinals. That young man's all over this court tonight. Very impressive.
Mahalik punches it across. Seychell on the attack. Wollenberg is there. Botherat picked up by Kavanaugh. The attack by Garbo is blocked. Tight battle in close to the net, won by the Elks. Seychell is stuffed by Vinci.
A good front line play by the Elks on that point. Vinci able to get the block.
In the game for the Elks, number 6, Drew Housman.
Gavin Ilias was there as well. Lucas Vinci, the serve is long, and yet another service ace, or service error here in set number 4. I think that's 3 on either side in the first 12 points.
Well, both teams may press a little bit in this. If Cardinals would like to obviously get the win and not have to play a 5th set, and Elk River knows that they can't lose this 4th set, otherwise it's over.
Substitution, or bad rotation for the Cardinals.
Serving for the Elks, number 21, Aaron Poleman.
Coach Delana Redzitas getting the explanation and making sure they get it straightened out on the floor. Darren Botherat to serve for Elk River.
Okay, we'll get it going.
They've got the right
lineup.
Yep, we got it figured out now.
So they're correct now? Okay, so we know 10 will say next.
Polderat patiently awaits the surface.
There we go.
Now he's given the indication, and we're underway. Kavanaugh's there. Vang sent that wide on the far side.
2-point lead for the Elks.
Kavanaugh sent it up into the rafters, and no chance for the Cardinals to recover. It took a hard right turn.
It certainly did. Cardinals
and an early timeout.
Yep. Playing good music here at the barn tonight.
It's your era.
It is my era.
Well, it's been
Red's digging it.
It's been a tight one, as we've talked about all night. Two teams keeping each other close, pretty much start to finish. The Elks again. The largest, the win at 25-16, that 9-point separation, the largest for either team all night long. Most of the time within just a handful of points. 9-6 lead for the Elks, make it 9-7.
Yeah, that's a tough one for them to give up. They out of that timeout, Cardinals get the point off their timeout and cut that lead to 2.
Hurd comes in and heads to the service line.
We've seen no lead is safe here tonight.
Is that a rotation?
Must have been.
Issue on the other side of it?
Must have been.
Her serves picked up by Mahalik. Not going to be able to get it back to him. Polderat puts it across. Garbo fires it. Vinji kept it alive. The attack by Mahalik is long. We're tied at 9-all.
Elk with that little bit of a lead. The Cardinals able to get right back into it, tied up with service. You can see that one go long.
Long set for Mahalik. Garbo got underneath it, but put it into the net. No chance for a teammate to receive that pass, and Elk River right back in front, 10-9.
In the game, Cardinals number 10, Ryan Volleyball. Serving for the Elks, number 20, Gavin Ilias.
Got to follow the procedure
Yes.
on your rotation and your substituting, and
Because sometimes you lose a point that way if you don't do it correctly.
diving save by Vang. The attack by Garbo is long. Ilias serving up 11-9. Picked up by Ben Yang. Julian Vang sends it long.
A couple of long ones by the Cardinals gives Elk River the 12-9 lead.
Garbo hammers it straight to the floor.
Griffin was going to make sure he got his squad the point on that one. Yeah, no doubt about that one.
Lucas Yang.
This one passed right back across. Yang is there. Garbo elevates. Mahalik gets underneath it. Big stuff by Griffin Garbo on the attack from Drew Houston. Coon Rapids back within a point. Oh, might have just been into the net.
I think it was.
But he was there.
Yeah, yes, he was.
Oh. Mahalik leaves little question when he has the right set as well.
In the game, the Elks number 3, Jameson Wallenberg. Wallenberg back to serve.
I thought I saw a little vapor trail on that last one.
Wallenberg serves it up. Garbo is there. Garbo attacking. He's got it down the line. He spun it wide.
Oh, I don't know. I think that was in.
I thought it was on the line for sure.
Yeah, that definitely looked in to me, but
not the way our official
let's take a look at
it.
No, maybe not. That was it.
This time it's Hyatt attacking from the left side to get the point. Cardinals get the service back, down 2. We're midway through set number 4. Coon Rapids leads 2-1. Won the first 25-23 and the third 26-24. Mahalik attacking, but violation on the other side of the floor. And here's Mahalik to serve. Seychow picks it up. They'll go back to him. Tips it over the block, and he gets it to the floor. Side out Cardinals.
Yeah, we've seen him try to do that a couple of other times here earlier and not be able to be successful with it, but that time just great placement. Just gets it up over that front line and falls to the floor.
That one sent long. Cardinals back within a point. Great scramble save by Price. Played over by Vinji. Attacked by Pogarat. Picked up by Garbo. Seychow can't get it past the block this time, and then does. A second chance, puts it across. The Elks disagree. I'm not sure. But we're tied at 15.
Take another look.
Oh, I think he's saying that he never touched it at the top. Ref said he did. Battle at the net. Touched the net, did the Elks. Cardinals take the lead at 16-15. Timeout Elks.
Yep. I think it's a good timeout by Coach Wallenberg. The guys were getting a little hot.
Well, yeah, and that was a controversial one. You saw Vinji immediately put his arms up before the second touch by Seychow on that previous point. And
let's see him again.
So he said, I didn't touch it, and then the second touch, after, if he had blocked it, that's a touch.
That's a touch.
They say he didn't. Then they get into the net. The net violation gives the Cardinals the 16-15 lead. They take a timeout, try and reset. Pogarat had to run back for it, and that's Days on their side. Cardinals up 17-15.
Yeah, the way we've seen these sets go, they will go down to the wire.
But if you're Coach Wallenberg, do you let this lead grow much more, knowing that it's a must-win contest for your club? Garbo attacks, good save by Price. Vinci didn't get the angle he needed. 18-15.
Still plenty of volleyball left here in set 4.
Picked up by Podorat. Other side, Kavanaugh is there. Seachow attacks, diving, save attempt, and then, I mean, that is giving it your
Great
all.
hustle.
Wallenberg just diving through the chair. No, I'm fine. I'm good. Good. I mean,
That's
he had
giving it your all.
a diving attempt by Mahalik. And then Wallenberg, not to be outdone, says, if he's going to give it all, I will go right through the bench. Attack by Vinci ends the streak, and that was a much-needed point.
Absolutely.
For
there you see the dive.
the Elk River Elks. There you see
there
him
you go, right
going
over the bench.
right through the seats. And everybody immediately, you all right? Yep, I'm good. Cardinals get the point. They got a touch at the net on the attack from Hyatt.
I'll take that.
So Cardinals get it right back. Now just 5 points away from closing it out in 4. Ben Yang comes in and heads to the service line. Picked up by Podorat. Vinci waits, attacks. Therefore, it is Seachow. Garbo will just push it across. Set in the middle. Ilias pushes it over. Quick set for Yang.
That was
Caught
sweet.
him napping. Big point for the Cardinals, up 5.
That was pretty.
Lucas Yang, just smart play. Caught him flat-footed. Ben Yang with the serve. Attack by Podorat. He gets the kill. And an absolutely crucial service coming up here for the Elk River Elks, down 4.
Serving for the Elks, number 5, Lucas Vinci.
Vinji's serve picked up by Garbo. Yang has to run for it. Off a state tournament banner, and it's played over by Ben Yang. Attack, the Cardinals can't get the block. The kill for Housden. Cuts it to a 3-point lead. Ben Yang pushes it across. This serve or set for Podorat and just out of reach. Service back to the Cardinals, up 22-18. Cardinals had a 7-point lead at set point, set 1, and barely held on for 25-23. They are not going to get comfortable here, trying to close it out. Price hustles to pick it up. Podorat puts it across. Quick set in the middle. Mo Ullman hammers it to the back line. 23-18. Timeout, Elk River.
I think again, you touched on that point. They had a big lead and almost couldn't close it out, but did. Here in the situation, you see the momentum on the Cardinals sideline, just 2 points away from closing out and getting their first win in their opening match, which would be really nice to see for the Cardinals.
A long time coming was this evening for both of these squads.
Absolutely.
Only one was going to leave happy. But I think both are going to be somewhat satisfied that they are now varsity athletes. And they got it started with a battle. Seicha tried to take a little off. He took too much off. And you definitely don't want to give Elk River life.
No.
Because they are fighting for survival here, down 23-9, or 23-19. Be much different if they only had 9.
Much different.
Pull the rat.
Just like saying 9.
Number 9. Attack by Garbo, partially blocked. Elks recover. Mahalik hammers it for the kill. 23-20. Lucas tipped it over again. Tries it one more time, and this time it doesn't quite make it over the net. Lead is down to 2. Darren Podorak. And that pass too far. Mahalik hammers it home. 23-22.
Well,
Elks trying to force another
I blame this on you, Joe.
win by 2 situation. Podorak sends it wide, and now it'll be match point for the Cardinals. Not a lot of room for error.
No.
But trying to close it out here, Matthew Hurd comes in. The Cardinals trying to fire up the home crowd. Hurd, the service is long.
Wow.
And that was about it when it comes to their room for error.
Serving for the Elks, number 20, Gavin
Ilias at the service line. His team needs the point in order to survive. He sends it long. This one's over. The Cardinals will win 3 sets to 1.
Yeah, tough way for the Elks to go out on a long service. I mean, they can't hang their heads. Obviously, they wanted the win, but I'll tell you what, they played pretty well. They gave the Cardinals all they could handle, but Cardinals doing a nice job winning 3 sets to 1.
Yeah, and 3 tight sets,
Yep.
too. You know, there's no breathing room for either squad in any of the 4 sets. The one maybe slight exception was Elk River at the end of set 2 when they were able to pull away and finish with a 9-point win. But outside of that, it was within 5 points all night long.
Yep. It was definitely a competitive match, and both teams gave it their all, and the Cardinals doing a good job of closing it out at the end and not forcing it to a 5th set.
And starting their program out with a win in the first ever varsity match. And we're glad that CTN was able to be here, and the spring season is officially underway. We've got boys tennis in their opener coming up on Thursday, weather permitting, of course.
Yep.
As they host the Anoka Tornadoes. We'll see the boys, the baseball team next Tuesday. We'll see the volleyball team again on the 9th. Are they playing Elk River again, or are we going to see these same 2 teams?
No, I think it's
Andover. But we will.
It's Anoka.
It's Anoka.
It's Anoka. That's what I thought.
All right. But we will see the volleyball squad coming up again in just a little more than a week. And the the spring season is officially underway. Coon Rapids gets the win in for 25-23, 16-25, 26-24, 25-23. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.